every Sunday that we are joining for puja, we always develop the saddha or the confidence towards the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also we are practicing wholesome actions during this period. Our mind is very calm and quiet. While we are reciting the stanzas or the gathas, our mind always focus. We never try to remember the past, what has happened, and we are not going to remember things, what will happen to us. So our mind always focus at the present, the wholesome way, remembering the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. That is best thing that we can do when we come to the religious places or the place of worship. Saddha Jatu Upasamkamati. Because of the faith towards the Triple Gem, we come to a place of worship. Slowly, gradually, we get alone with the environment. We used to have such beautiful environment. Then what will happen to us? From time to time, you might have the opportunities to listen to something good, that is called Dhamma, something good. Saddha Jatu Upasamkamati Upasamkamitva Pairupasati Pairupasita Sodam Odavati. Your ear may give some chances for you to listen to the Dhamma. So whereby gradual process of understanding the teachings of the Buddha is very, very important. Those who are not very familiar with the Buddha, Dhamma or the Sangha or the Triple Gem, especially those who are not familiar with the Buddha, they clarify like the Buddha as a God. Buddha as a God. Did you ever heard or not? One day I remember at the 8 program, some people ask questions, saying the Buddha is a God, isn't he? Likewise. Why? They do not have the proper understanding, the knowledge about the Buddha. This question cannot raise those who are very familiar with the Dhamma, cannot raise it again and again. So, I am going to tell you a very simple story. During the time of the Buddha walked on one place to another. That is the name of the village called Uttara village to Sethavir. As an example, we say from east coast to west coast. Buddha was walking on the road, barefooted, no slippers or shoes being wear. Why? Why? No such habit, no such practice. Sandy road with a walk towards the city. Behind the Buddha, when the Buddha walked, another very intelligent, particular Brahmanis or intelligent man was walking a bit far away from the Buddha. What he had seen? He observed the footprint of the Sakyamuni Buddha. He could predict. By seeing the footprint, he can predict something about the person. Seeing the Buddha's footprint, he was thinking that he is someone unusual, not an ordinary type of person. Then he followed the footprint and walked further. Buddha was sitting under a tree. Closer to the Buddha, he is wondering who he was. Then he addressed the Venerable Sir, let me know who you are. The first thing he asked, are you a god? Are you a god? G-O-D, God. Then the Buddha replied, I am not Brahmana, I am not a god. Then again he asked, are you a Gandharva? Gandharva means here divine musician. Gandharva. Buddha said, I am not a Gandharva too. Then again the Brahmin asked, are you a demon? Yakka. Yakka means you are a demon. Then the Buddha said, no, I am not a demon too. Then finally he asked, are you a human being? Buddha replied that I am not a human being. Surprising, huh? Answer was very surprised. He was not the Deva, not the Gandharva, he not a Yakka, he was not a human being too. Then who you are? Then what was the reply of the Buddha? My dear Brahmanis, if I am a god, all the deities, God, they have the sense of desire. I have fully eradicated the sensual desire. Therefore, I am not the God. Then Gandharva, divine musicians. The divine musicians also have the sense of desire. I have eradicated the sensual sense of desire, eradicated by myself. Therefore, I am not the Gandharva. Then again ask, are you a demon? Then the Buddha says, I am not a demon because demons also have sense desire. Then finally, are you a human being? I am not a human being. I am not an ordinary human being. He specifically mentioned that. They too have the sense desire. Therefore, I have eradicated the sense desire totally. No more with me. Then the Buddha himself addressed the Brahman, saying that since I have eradicated the defilement, the attachment to the worldly things, the better way for me to address as the Buddha. No other words to address the Buddha than this word. Therefore, you should not address Buddha as the God. You should not address the Buddha as an ordinary human being. He is the Buddha. Given a beautiful example. You ever heard of this example? Never. You know the lotus. Lotus is born in the muddy place. And it appears, and the flower of the lotus, blue color, white color, and the red color, the lotus appeared on the surface of the water, untouched. Beyond the level of water appeared. Though it was the muddy place, the roots were there, but when the flower blossomed at that time, it appeared above the level of the water. Similarly, I too was born as an ordinary human being. You know him, isn't it? The father was King Bimbisara, the mother Queen Mahamaya, and he was born at the Lumbini Park. You know all this. Therefore, he was ordinary human being. But when he attained enlightenment, at that particular moment, he fully eradicated all the defilements, the attachment, whereby the Buddha said, I am above the level of the ordinary human being. Therefore, I am the Buddha. People, our own sensual desire, how to control it. Okay? We have 6 senses. If you are unable to control it according to Dhamma, then our cycle of journey will be again and again. If you can fully eradicate the defilement, the attachment to the worldly things, craving, then we can stop this cycle of the journey. It comes through your 6 senses. We have to learn the Dhamma deeper and deeper, then we can understand it clearer and better. Therefore today too, we try to understand a bit of the teachings of the Buddha, and many of our regular members will bring various items to offer to the Buddha and offer to the Mahasangha. With the blessings of these, I wish you all happiness, protection and safety. Buddha bless you and protect you too. Sadhu.